The group chat knew before I did. Hey, loves. Welcome back to another episode of Sassy Speaks. I am your girl, Sassy, back with another episode of the series Straight Off Reddit. If this is your first time, welcome. We hope that you stay, enjoy, and that you'll come again. And to my regular crew, my day ones, hey, boo. Yep, you're here again rocking with your girl. So I got a good one for you. This will be the conclusion of our series straight off Reddit. So I hope you guys are enjoying this because I know I am. I love it here. So today's story isn't about cheating. It's about friendship. Mm, loyalty. One painful question. If your friends knew, would they tell you? Let's talk about it. The story. A woman discovered something devastating. Her boyfriend had been cheating. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part, her friends already knew. Not one friend, not two friends, several friends. There were screenshots, photos, messages, evidence. People had discussed it privately. People had shared information. People had talked about it. Everybody knew except her. When she finally found out and confronted her friends, most said the same thing. We didn't want to hurt you. But hearing that didn't make her feel protected. It made her feel betrayed. Ooh, this is juicy. Silence is a choice. So let's talk about silence. Because silence isn't always neutral. Sometimes silence protects. Sometimes silence enables. And sometimes silence becomes participation. Now, every situation is different. But if someone you care about is being repeatedly embarrassed, deceived, or lied to, doing nothing is still a decision. Y'all know I got a good rant for this one. Ooh, what real friendships look like. Real friendships isn't always comfortable. Sometimes friendships mean difficult conversations. Sometimes friendships mean delivering news nobody wants to hear. A good friend doesn't enjoy hurting your feelings, but they care enough to tell you the truth because protecting your peace should never require sacrificing your dignity. So, who's really in your corner? Life teaches you a lot about people, especially when things go wrong. Ain't that the truth? Pay attention to who protects you when you're not in the room, who defends you when you're absent, who values your trust enough to tell you the hard truths. That's loyalty. Not social media posts, not matching outfits, not public declarations, actions. Locked and loaded. And here we go. This was kind of a short story, of course, because we're talking about the loyalty of friendship. Not the boy cheating on her, but the fact that everyone knew except for her. This is a sticky situation. And I will say, I was in a situation one time when I knew that one of my friends, we were good girlfriends at the time, but I knew that her significant other was unfaithful, was cheating on her. And I told her, and we fell out about it because I was wrong because I told her. So I swore that I would never tell her another thing. Not that I had to, because again, we fell out. She chose him over my loyalty, I guess I could say. And we all make choices. We all have decisions to make. And I feel like you make the choice that you feel is best for you at that moment, but you have to stand 10 toes down on that choice. So it's a sticky situation. However, I do not condone all of this chit chat, passing messages, screenshots, all that good stuff to your supposed homegirl back and forth, but nobody wants to tell her because we didn't want to hurt you. Now, knowing her boyfriend is cheating on her, but not telling her, you don't think that that hurts? That she found out that everybody knew except her, but nobody told her. So now, here come my questions. Y'all know I got questions. How did she find out about the group chat? How did that come into play? Did she confront the boyfriend? Did she leave the boyfriend? I feel for her because I feel like now she's all by herself. She lost her boyfriend because he's cheating. She lost her friends because they lied to her, not telling something. What did they say? Omitting something is the same as lying. And not that you all are keeping it on the hush, because evidently you're communing about it amongst each other, but nobody in this group thought that they should tell her. Nobody. Several friends, and I put friends in heavy quotations. Nobody thought, okay, well, that's our homegirl. We need to tell her. I've also been in a situation where I knew that there was some, I'm gonna say, fraternizing going on, but I didn't feel like it was my place to tell because I was kind of third party. I heard it from somebody. So every situation is different. I get it. But we got several friends sitting here doing screenshots, have hard evidence, hard proof. And then my question is, how did they get it, but she couldn't find it, or she didn't know anything about it? Hmm. Anywho, how do they have all of this hard proof and nobody thought we should tell her? I'd rather you hurt me with the truth than to protect me with a lie. Let me go on and get my emotions out. Let me deal with it. Let me go through all I need to go through so that I can start healing and get my life back together. And I feel like true friendships is where that's at. Everything is not about laughing, drinking, eating. Because if you're my true friend, you're going to be there with me through the good and the bad. And that's how I feel. You're able to have hard conversations. Me and my girls talk about this all the time. My nephew and I talk about this all the time. We cannot consider ourselves family. And I say family because if you are truly in my circle, you are not just a friend, but you are my family. You may not be blood, but you're family. But if we are that close to where we have that connection, we should be able to have these hard conversations. And if you can't have hard conversations with this person, are we really that close? Are we able to continue with a relationship where all you do is hype me up, but you don't tell me that my outfit doesn't look right, or that I don't have the shape to wear that outfit, or my hair is a mess, or I got a booger on my nose, like things like that. Like, you're not going to tell me things of that nature. And of course, those are small things, but to know that my boyfriend is cheating on me and don't tell me, that is a stab in the heart itself. And any kind of relationship that we have with anybody that means something, that has to be built on trust. I have friends, I have associates, I have people that come and go. I could care less about somebody who is not in my circle, what they do, how they treat me, whatever, because that is not somebody that I have to deal with. But if you are in my circle, that means I have let my guard down. You know things about me. I know things about you. We've been through heaven and hell together. But you're not going to tell me the truth. Even if you feel like it hurts or it's going to hurt, be there to help pick me up once I crumble. That is very serious to me because I think we are in a season where we throw words around. Oh, that's my bro. That's my sis. Uh, this and that. And you don't know them from Jack in the Box. But if I call you, my thing is boo. If I call you boo, that's a term of endearment for me. So you're in my circle. I don't just go around and throw that word around because it means something to me. So here you have a whole group of friends. Not only are they talking about it, but they're screenshotting. They have photos, messages, whole discussions amongst each other. And the whole world knew except for her. And here we are with my questions again. Why didn't she know? Or did she know, but she just had blinders on? Was the loving really that good that she didn't want to see it, even though she knew it? Huh. Again, questions that won't get answered. But you feel like not telling me because you don't want to hurt me? I don't get that. And if somebody can explain that to me, please do, because I do not understand it. You know something, but you choose not to tell me because you don't want to hurt me. And if you know me, again, if you know me, you know I want the truth. Don't sugarcoat it for me. I want it raw. Again, that's how you have to know your circles. And because they don't say anything, silence is loud. So even though each situation is different, we got to know what we're signing up for. Why am I being quiet? Why are we not telling her? Why are we in agreement in not telling her? Why don't we want to tell her? This is supposed to be our homegirl. But silence is loud. We have to know what we're signing up for. And it's okay not to want to agree with everybody else. Because I would have been the one, I don't agree, and I'm going to tell her. Because I feel like she deserves to know. Just like we know when we're passing messages and screenshots and photos, she deserves to know. Let's bring her in the group chat. I'll drop the bomb and we'll go from there. Because to me, that's real friendship. That is real friendship because we do care enough to tell you the truth. I care enough to tell you the truth. And I'd rather you be walking around town brokenhearted and sad than looking like Boo Boo the Fool because everybody knows that he's cheating on you except for you. And that is where we learn who is really for us. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends. I don't know the other part of the song, but you get what I'm saying. I know it, but I know I don't. But when you're in rock bottom and things are horrible, that is who you need in your corner. And the ones that are there, those are your day ones. Those are who you need to rock with. I understand we all have lives. We all have things going on. We can't make it to everything. But even if you can't make it, just let me know you're thinking about me. Check on me, see how I'm doing. And this is real life. Again, not social media, not out at the party. This is real life. Because when it's dark and cloudy and all we have is each other, that's when we need each other. We can go party, we can go hang out, we can have drinks, we can eat, all that good stuff. But I need you when I feel like my world is crumbling. And if I can't trust you to tell me that my significant other is cheating, then I don't want you around for the hard parts because what else are you hiding from me? What else are you lying about? If I can't trust you, we have nothing. And that's bottom line. Full stop. That's it. Trust is the foundation of everything. So how are we going to act? Today's lesson isn't about cheating. I mean, it's a part of it, but it's not the whole. That's just one snip of it because men and women are going to come and go, but your friends are supposed to be down for you forever. I would say forever. Some of them are not forever, but you would hope. If we're in this friendship while I'm dating this person, then you need to be 10 toes down for me, not them. So again, today's lesson isn't about cheating. It's about relationships in general. Romantic relationships, friendships, family. Trust matters. And so does honesty. The people who genuinely care about you won't always tell you what you want to hear, but they'll tell you what you need to hear. And that's worth more than comfort. I do have a one of my boos in my real life. She will read you up and down sideways. And then she'll be like, love you, bye. I mean, I don't know what she'll say, but she just real rough around the edges. And she's going to tell you like it is. And I appreciate that about her. I respect that about her because it's not to make me feel good. It's what I need to hear. And even in the midst that I don't want to hear it, she don't care. But she's also been there for me as well. So actually, I have a couple of people in my circle, and that's what you need. You need people that will hold you up, tell you when you're wrong, have your back when you're right, but also we can have these difficult conversations. But we can party in the good times and we can talk and cry in the bad times. And that's just what it is. So let's remember a difficult truth from a real friend is worth more than a comforting lie from a fake one. Let that sit. Let that one sit because that is the bottom line. Yet again, another bottom line. Ooh, that was deep, but that's what we need to hear. Be real with me. A true friend, be truthful with me. Don't lie to me. Well, loves, we've reached the end of our Straight Off Reddit series. We've talked about double lives, loyalty tests, manipulation, betrayal, and enough red flags to cover the entire month. Hopefully, these stories remind us that people will always show us who they are. We just have to pay attention. So, thank you for coming down this Reddit rabbit hole with me. And this will be the last episode of the Straight Off Reddit series. I can't believe it is July. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna do a little something different. We might stay on Reddit, but I think we might go down another rabbit hole. So with a twist. But let me know your thoughts. Tell me your stories. It's not too late. Holla at your girl. Email sassyspeakspod@gmail.com. Facebook Sassy Speaks. IG Sassy Speaks Pod. And remember what I always say, take what serves you, leave what doesn't, protect your peace, and drink your water. Until next time, bye, love.